5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
It's that time again. Time for another beer. Tonight, the next one in this series of the Hatherwood Craft Beer Company is number 3. And that's the Amber Ale. This is an amber ale that you can get at Lidl's. Now, Hatherwood, by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this, are brewed by Witchwood of the Hobgoblin fame, which is owned now by Marston's, which is owned by one of the big conglomerates worldwide. I mean, there's only about 2 or 3 left. There's 2 or 3 big companies now that own nearly all brewing across the globe. But so technically this is a Marston's beer brewed by Witchwood and sold to Lidl's. So let's have a time for a beer. Cheers. Oh, good hiss. Bit fruity. Tropical fruity. Alright, we'll go for a bit of a pour. There you go. Okay. Colour wise, I'm going to say that's, wow, amber. It's on the dark end of an amber. It's like a bitter, really. Big bubbles, it's well carbonated. Head's dissipated already, down to about a finger, and it's fading. Yeah, definitely getting some tropical fruit, pineapple-y. Yeah. Oops. Bit of pineapple type flavour. This village. Okay. Not a lot more than that. No hops really to speak of. Oh. First impression is a bit lagerish. Slightly dry. It doesn't. The mouthfeel doesn't last long. There's no. Now I'm getting the bitterness. That's earthy. So it's earthy hop they've used for bittering, probably something like funnels, or they've used an earthy hop. You can taste some of the malts. You get this, first of all you get this citrus type. It's just like fruity, citrusy, not very strong. And then malts come in, and there's this very earthy grass bittering flavour on the back end. But the mouthfeel doesn't, and there's a dryness to it, but there's a mouthfeel, and it's not hanging around. But the bitterness is that earthy bitterness. I'm going to say it's probably an English hop. Is it Fuggles or is it Goldings? I don't think it's Goldings. If it was slightly sweeter, it'd be a bitter. But it's got that. But it's got an IPA aftertaste. It's got that. It's quite a bitter. Hangs around actually. The bittering on the back edge, hangs around quite long. I've been chilled. It's just sat at room temperature today, so it's about 10, 12 degrees. So I'm probably ideal to get the maximum flavour out. It's not chilled. The bittering on the back is a bit overpowering for the beer. I'm trying to see if we can get a bit of a heading on it again. There we go. It's got piney earthiness. So it's quite a piney. No, yeah. Whether they've turned around and used a bit of Cascade or a sea hop, it's got some pine citrus note to it, but only on the aroma, and it's very weak. But the back end is very grassy and earthy, and then, like I say, you get that pine note as well at the back. Yeah. Is it one that I would go for again? Not really. I like bitter. I do like my bitters and that. Is it an amber ale? It might be a bit. Is that an amber ale or is that a bitter? It's got the taste of an old English IPA. If you had Courage SIPA, which they don't make no more, but they used to, and I used to drink that, but occasionally you'd get a barrel in the pub, and the flavour would change slightly. It'd be more bitter. So occasionally you have to throw, you throw a lemonade top in it just to kill off some of that bitterness because it was so bad at the back. Now, maybe that's why Courage stopped it, because it wasn't moving that fast, and if a barrel ages, the hop profile then goes to bitterness. Now, that's what that tastes like. Probably could do with a bit of lemonade in it. That's what it reminds me of. But the hop aroma now is coming on. It's a weird beer, it is. But I wouldn't say it was a pure amber ale. Fly mode. This amber ale is dry hopped, so there you go, it is dry hopped. You don't get a lot of aroma and blended with a bite. This is a big American hop, so I'm going to say that he's probably Cascade. Or Columbia, because that's got that profile where it's more slightly earthy than there. So yeah, and it's got dark coffee and toffee undertones. Well, the caramelisation there is a milk profile there, but I wouldn't say it's dark toffee or coffee. And the sweetness that's there doesn't last long. To me, that's like a proper old English bitter. Like I said, that's like an IPA, what was SIPA by Courage. It's got that taste to it and that feel, but it's slightly bitter. There's more bitterness into it. Is it worth having that, or should I get I'll tell you what, it's not. If I took it and called that an IPA, I'd say it was gone off. Not gone off, but it's aged. Because the bitterness is high. Would I buy it again? I'll be honest with you, I'd give it a miss. I personally would give it a miss. Again, it depends on your palate. Again, I don't know how long this was sat in the shop for. There's no date on it, which is unusual. Normally get a date on there somewhere, don't you? So again, maybe Witchwood decided to do the ranges to use up their old grains and their old hop stock, and that's why it's cheap, and then sell it to Lidl's. I don't know. It's just not. It's not doing it for me, to be honest. And there it is, bang, full bitterness at the end. Okay, well that's another review. That's my take on number 3 in a series from Lidl's, the Hatherwood Craft Beer Company, the Amber Adder. Does it bite? There is a bite at the end, but it's like a toothless blooming snake. So, more of a suck. So there you go. Anyhow, till next time, cheers.